Hi everyone, I am Hanisa Hamidon. In this video, we're going to discuss to you about the International Police Organization of Spain, Afghanistan, Palestine, Netherlands, and Brunei, together with my members, Jeremy Saracho, Ayman Haraji, Alinadwi Paber, Samantha Vallejos, Joshua Fernandez, Arsenio Laping, and Berthan Gonzalez. Let us start with the organizational structure of Spain. They call it Dirección General de la Policía. Under this, we have the Subdirección Operativa, and under the Subdirección Operativa, we have Comisaría General de Información, Comisaría General de Policía Judicial, Comisaría General de Seguridad Ciudadana, Comisaría General de Extranjería y Documentación, and Comisaría General de Policía Científica. And next we have the Subdirección Gabinete Técnico. And next in line we have the Subdirección Gestión, and under this we have División de Personal, División de Formación y Perfeccionamiento, and División de Coordinación Económica y Técnica. And next, we have the Organización Periférica. Under this, we have Jefaturas Superiores, Comisarias Provinciales, Comisarias Locales, Comisarias de Distrito, Comisarias Conjuntas, Puestos Fronterizos, and lastly, we have UDS Extranja y Documentaco. Let us now discuss the population and ranks. So as of 2006, Spanish national police officers number about 50,000, and they are responsible for the safety and security of some 23 million people who constituted Spain's urban population. That is roughly 58% of the total Spanish population. This translates into approximately 2 police officers for every 1,000 urban residents. For the ranks and classification, we have Policía or policeman or policewoman in English, Oficial de Policía or police officer, Sub-inspector or sub-inspector, Inspector or inspector, Inspector Jefe or Chief Inspector, Comisario or Commissioner, Comisario Principal or Principal Commissioner, Jefe Superior or Superior Chief, Comisario General or Commissioner General, and Jefe de División or Division or Divisional Chief. They have equal ranks, and Subdirector General or Subdirector General, Director Adjunto Operativo or Assistant Director of Operations, and lastly we have Director General de la Policía or the Director General of Police. Let us now proceed with the training and its duration. There are 2 possible entry points to join the Spanish National Police. So as a constable or as a police inspector, after successfully passing all selective tests and interviews in a public examination, those aspiring to be police officers become police or inspector cadets. Prerequisite is at least a 3-year Spanish university degree since the year of 2000. An appointment as police inspector is considered equivalent to a university degree. So the University of Salamanca is the one tasked with the training coordination. In the case of police constables, the professional training will last for 9 months from September to June, and is followed by a probationary period for 12 months in police stations all around the country. In this academy, training is also provided for officers who have been promoted to senior police officers, sergeants, or inspectors. A distinction should be made between those students who already are police officers and those who have just joined the police, as this difference involves the different study plans. So those students who have passed their examinations to become local police officers are also trained at the National Police Academy. And next, the vision, mission, goals, and functions of the Spain's police force. The Spanish National Police is an armed civil entity managed by the Directorate General of Police and the Civil Guard, which falls under the authority of the State Department of Security in the Ministry of the Interior. It operates in all the capitals of Spain's 50 provinces as well as others as designated by the national government. Its main functions are to oversee compliance with national laws and criminal justice codes, protect lives, personal property and goods, safeguard public buildings and facilities and protect very important persons or VIPs, maintain and or restore public order and security, prevent crime and prosecute perpetrators, investigate criminal offenses, identify and arrest presumed offenders, and preserve criminal evidence, collect and analyze relevant public order and security information, cooperate with other institutions in catastrophic or high-risk situations, issue Spanish national identification cards and passports, effectuate border control, implement laws related to foreign issues, asylum, refugees, extradition, and migration, monitor gambling regulations, investigate and prosecute drug offenses, cooperate with other national and international law enforcement agencies, and monitor the activities of private security companies.
Good day, everyone. My name is Jeremy, and I'll be talking to you about Afghanistan. The organization structure. The Afghanistan National Police is an organization that falls under the control and responsibility of the Afghan Ministry of Interior, along with the Counter-Narcotics Police of Afghanistan, CMPA, and the Counter-Terrorism Department. The AMP is composed of the following sub-agencies. First, Afghan Uniform Police. The Afghan Uniform Police is the primary civil law enforcement agency in Afghanistan. 2. Public Security Police. The Public Security Police, or PSP, was a gendarmerie responsible for civil order and counterinsurgency. Third, Afghan Highway Police. The Afghan Highway Police was a sub-department of the National Police that is currently dissolved with the speculation of return. Their primary responsibility was to provide traffic safety and overall security of the Ring Road Highway that connects most of the major population centers in Afghanistan. Fourth, Afghan Border Police. The Afghan Border Police were responsible for securing all the borders within neighboring countries and international airports of the Afghanistan against the illegal entry of any person as well as the smuggling of contraband. And the next one is just the same one, it's just an error. The fourth one is this Criminal Investigation Department, or the fifth one, I mean. The fifth one is the Criminal Investigation Department. The Criminal Investigation Department is staffed with 4,148 investigators spread over the nation with the majority in Kabul. The last one is Afghan Local Police. Formed primarily as a local defense force against Taliban insurgents, its members have no power of arrest and they are only authorized to investigate crime if requested to do so by the Afghan National Police. Initial Investigation Department is staffed with the 4,148 investigators spread over the nation with the majority in Kabul. Population. The agency was under the responsibility of the Afghanistan's Ministry of Interior Affairs, headed by Hayatullah Hayat. The ANP had over 116,000 members in December 2018. The Afghan police traces its roots to the early 18th century when the Hotak dynasty was established in Kandahar, followed by Ahmad Shah Durrani's rise to power. The current population of Afghanistan is 40,195,650 as of Tuesday, December 14, 2021, based on the Worldometer elaboration of the latest United Nations data. The ranks of classifications. First off are the general officers. The top one is the Chief of Police. Second is Brigadier General. The third one is Lieutenant General. The fourth one is Major General. And the last one of the general officers is the brigadier. And now there are the officers. The officers are the colonel, second is the lieutenant colonel, third is the major, fourth is the captain, fifth is the first lieutenant, and the last one is second lieutenant. And there are the ones who are non-commissioned and enlisted. They are also known as sergeant and a patrolman. And that's it for all of the ranks and classifications of Afghanistan.
The types of training and its duration. Afghans acquire and develop their abilities mostly through grassroots programs in non-formal settings and through informal apprenticeships, especially those who are excluded from national education, training, and skills development. Afghanistan is now working to construct a long-term strategy for adult skill development. This is seen to be beneficial in enabling persons without a formal education to continue to study and expand on the information, skills, and competence gained through non-formal and informal learning. Different ministries in Afghanistan are in charge of formal and non-formal education and training. Formal technical and vocational education and training refers to vocational education provided by formal schools under the Ministry of Education's jurisdiction. Non-formal and informal learning refers to any training or teaching that takes place outside of those schools, such as the skills development programs sponsored by the Ministry of Labor, Social Affairs, Martyrs, and Disabled Persons. The mission, vision, goals, functions in their organization. The United Nations has been present in Afghanistan since 1949. In recent years, the organization's activities have been focused on assisting Afghans lay the foundation for sustainable peace and development. The mission prioritizes this peace effort as the most effective and sustainable way to achieve the goal of preventing the recurrence of a terrorist threat emanating from Afghanistan against the United States, while underpinning stability in a strategically important region. World Vision Afghanistan is working around the clock to ensure that the health and well-being of children are protected.
Good day, everyone. I am Samantha Vallejos, and I will be going to discuss the Palestine Police Force structure and organization. What we are seeing here is the Palestine Police Department organization chart, which is headed by the Chief of Police. And these are the Chief Admin Assistant, Assistant Chief of Police, Professional Standard, Community Liaison. And under the Chief Admin Assistant is the Captain, and under this is the Patrol Lieutenant. And then under the Patrol Lieutenant is the Patrol Sergeant, day ship, Corporal, and then the Patrol Officer. Also, SWAT is under the Chief Admin Assistant, and then the Patrol Sergeant, day ship, the Corporal, and Patrol Officer. Also, the Patrol Sergeant, night shift, Corporal, and Patrol Officer as well. And Patrol Sergeant, night shift, Corporal, and Patrol Officer. And under the Assistant Chief of Police is the CDI Sergeant. And then under this is the CDI Secretary. And then the Evidence Technician. And also the CPL Detective and Detective. Under the Professional Standards Community Liaison is the Lieutenant. And under the Lieutenants are the Dispatch Supervisor, Sergeant, Record Clerk, and Special Operations. Under the Dispatch Supervisor is the Dispatcher. And under the Sergeant is the Place Team. And under this is the Code Officer, Animal Control, and Litter Abatement. And under the Special Operation is the Traffic Unit. And under this also is the covert recruiting, reserve event, and reserve narcotics. And now, let us proceed in the population. So, the Palestinian Civil Police Force, or Al-Shurta al-Madaniya al-Falistiniya in Arabic, is the civil police organization tasked with traditional law enforcement duties in the autonomous territory governed by the Palestinian National Authority. The civil police is a part of the Palestinian Security Service. So this is the Palestinian Civil Police, or the Al-Shurta al-Madaniya al-Falistiniya in Arabic. And in operational structure, it has 8,000 police officers. And when it comes to facilities, it has 68 stations.
So, good day to each and everyone, most especially to you, sir. So, I will going to discuss the Palestine police ranks and their classification. For 1 star, or in Palestinian term called as mulazim, or in English term, second lieutenant. Next, for 2 stars, in Palestinian term, it is called mulazim awal, or in English term, first lieutenant. And next, for 3 stars, in Palestinian term, they called it Naqib, or captain in English term. Next, we're going to discuss the higher ranks in Palestine police. First, we have the Raid, or the major, which is, as we can see, one eagle. And next, second higher rank, we have the one eagle and 1 star. In Palestinian term, they call it Muqaddam, or in English term, Lieutenant Colonel. And for third higher rank, where we can see one eagle and 2 stars, in Palestinian term, they called it as Aqid, or in English term, or Colonel. And for the highest rank in Palestinian police, or Palestine police, where we can see one eagle and 3 stars, in Palestinian term, they called it as Amid, or in English term, Brigadier General. Next, we will going to discuss their training and duration. So for their training, corpsmen train at weekly meetings on law enforcement techniques and practices, such as arrest, search and seizure, firearm safety, control tactics, crime scene investigation, handcuffing, building searches, traffic enforcement, and many more aspects of the law enforcement profession. And next, corpsmen train to compete against other youth corps and explorer teams throughout the area, state, and even the nation. Their youth corps test their learned skills against one another, with the top participants and teams receiving awards for their performance. And lastly, for their training, corpsmen provide assistance to the Palestine Police Department by volunteering their time at various community events and activities. As individuals, the youth involved give back to their community by completing hundreds of hours of community service each year. They become role models for their peers and friends and serve as catalysts for positive police relationships within and beyond their communities. Next, we will going to discuss the Palestine Police mission, vision, goals, and functions in their organization. So, for the mission of Palestinian Police, their mission is to assist the Palestinian Authority in building the institutions of a future state of Palestine in the areas of policing and criminal justice, their Palestinian ownership, and in accordance with the best international standards with pride. We will strive to enhance the quality of life and will protect life, property, and keep safe the community we serve. Next, just like the other police organization, they also have their goals. So for Palestinian police goals, they providing globally sourced intelligence about regional crime trends that helps police officers across Palestine to detect and investigate the flow of illicit goods along trafficking routes in and around the country. Just like earlier in goals, by providing globally sourced intelligence about regional crime trends, here the NCB helps police officers across Palestine to detect and investigate also the flow of illicit goods along trafficking routes in and around the country.
So the Netherlands police is composed of in these organization structures. The Netherlands police is composed of Ministry of Home Affairs and Kingdoms Relationships, and under this is the 25 regional police forces and one national police agency, or also known as the KLPD. So regional police organizations, Netherlands Police Institute. Structures of organizations determined by the regional police forces. In this illustration, each police force has a number of specialized branches in addition to the basic units, which have a general mandate basic unit. So, the routine police surveillance, investigative work, crime prevention, traffic duties, environmental monitoring, implementation of special legislation, and here we have the special divisions. So here you can see is the criminal investigation, technical branch, record service, criminal information service, civil and vice unit, alien police management support, and PR. So here it is the KLPD. The KLPD is the mobility traffic police, a violation investigation unit, river police, or and there is the royal diplomatic security, guarding members of the royal family, and BIVs, NCIS, national, or also known as the National Criminal Intelligence Service, and they collect and process data relevant to the fight against organized and international crime. Logistic purchase of uniforms, guns, cars, and other police equipment from the National Central Bureau of Interpol and Europol and the National Schengen Information System DP Mountain and Canine Units Information and Communication Center Aviation Unit. So I'm going to talk about next is the population. So the population of the Netherlands, the police population is around 40,000 officers, of which 30,000 executive police officers and as well as 10,000 administrative officers and a 20% female officers. The smallest police region is composed of 500 officers and one police officer per 500 inhabitants. So the ranks and classification. So here you can see the ranks of every police officers of the Netherlands. This is placed on the shoulder. This is the first chief commissioner and second chief of commissioner, commissioner, chief inspector, inspector, and the sergeant. So in the sleeve and in the shoulder and the sleeve again, I already indicate their badge. And now I'm going to talk about the ranks. The ranks within the Royal Marine is the general officers, national level, lieutenant general, commander-in-chief Royal Marines, the major general or the deputy commander, brigadier general, usually head of department of the Royal Marine is the staff, senior police officers, district level, the colonel, this is the district commander, the lieutenant colonel is the deputy district commander, mostly in charge of a district staff department. The major is the brigade commander, squadron, or the commander. Officers, brigade level. The captain is comparable to chief inspector. The first lieutenant is comparable to inspector. Second lieutenant, executive personnel. The warrant officer, comparable to inspector. The Dutch rank, adjutant. Sergeant major, the Dutch rank for mounted arms and upper watchers there. Sergeant first class, Dutch rank. And the sergeant, comparable to constable, Dutch rank, Wanchmeester. Marine first class compared to patrol officer. Marine second class. Marine third class. Marine fourth class, comparable to police trainee. And that's all.
The Netherlands types of police trainings and its durations. The basic police training is a system, competence-based, to tie in with police practice and the authorities and competencies police officers need to be able to do their job. Specialist police training. The specialist police training programs are advanced courses for experienced police officers. The police academy offers them the opportunity to specialize in a specific field, such as crime investigation, immigration, traffic, environment, risk management, and police leadership. The training of commanding officers for the state and municipal police is now done centrally. It consists of a 4-year course at the police academy, and the length of basic police training is 1 year or 1,600 hours. The Netherlands police or the Dutch police has the crucial and unique task of maintaining law and orders in the Netherlands. Police work is complex, so continuous professionalization is required to meet the high expectation of the society and the political establishments. Netherlands police task. The task of the police is to, in subordination to the authorities and complying with the applicable law, take care of the actual upholding of the legal order and to supply aid to those who need it. The police functions of Netherlands. First, the preventing offenses and crimes, investigation of crimes and offenses, upholding the legal order, supplying assistance to civil authorities. Visible public policing, basic detective work, giving crime prevention advice, providing assistance, dealing with traffic issues, maintaining laws and regulations, special tasks, national and international investigations, information, management, environmental services, and operational support tasks. The Dutch government put more and more police on the street. They are responsible for securing and policing the community, and the one who performs all the tasks that was mentioned.
Let us now discuss about the police organization of Brunei. This police organization structure of Brunei, or the Royal Brunei Police Force organizational structure of 2005. First, we have the Inspector General of Police or IGP, next, Commissioner of Police or CP, and the Deputy Commissioner of Police or the DCP. And under them, we have the Director of Administration and Finance, the Deputy Director of Administration and Finance. Under them, we have Head of Training and Head of Finance. And next, the Director of Operation and the Director of Logistics. Under them, we have the Deputy Director of Operation, which consists of PRG and RU. Next, Deputy Director of Logistics. Under them, we have Quartermaster and Communication. Next, we have the Director of Criminal Investigation and Intelligence, consists of Deputy Director or CID1, and under them, they are responsible for serious crime. And next, we have the Deputy Director or CID2, and they are responsible for research. And next, we have the Director of Traffic Investigation and Control. Under them, we have the Deputy Director of Traffic and Organizational and Control for Administration. And we have the Head of CP Secretariat. And under the Royal Brunei Police Force organizational structure, they also have the OCPD Brunei, OCPD Belait, OCPD Muara, OCPD Tutong, OCPD Beracas, OCPD Herudong or Jerudong, and lastly OCPD Temburong. For the population, the Royal Brunei Police Force is made up of 6 police departments, 4 police districts, and 13 police stations. It has a strength of more than 4,400 officers and is responsible for the prevention, detection, and investigation of crime at national level, as well as maintaining law and order.
So good morning. So today I will be going to discuss the ranks and classifications in Royal Brunei Police Force. So first, let's discuss the ranks of police in Brunei. So first we have Lance Corporal, and then Corporal and Sergeant. Next is Staff Sergeant. After the Staff Sergeant, we will proceed to Sergeant Major, and then Cadet Inspector, and then Probationary Inspector, and then Inspector, and then Senior Inspector, and then Assistant Superintendent, and then Deputy Superintendent, and Superintendent, and then Senior Superintendent. After that, you will proceed to Assistant Commissioner, and then Senior Assistant Commissioner, and then Deputy Commissioner, and then you will proceed to Commissioner. After the Commissioner, you will gain Deputy Inspector General of Police, and then last, the higher rank is the Inspector General of Police. So as for classifications, here are the classifications for you to take or enter the police force in Brunei. For male, the height is must not less 5'6", and then for female is must not less than 5'4", and for the weight also must not exceed 60 kilograms for the male, and for the female must not exceed 55 kilograms. So that's all. So as for the types of trainings and duration in Royal Brunei Police Force, so here are the physical training. Every morning, the cadets training consists of marching, and squad leaders gives drill commands to the cadets. And cadets frequently holds a cleaning campaign, mostly in Muslim cemeteries, school, or recreational parks. The cadets will be sent Corps Training Center. The instructor or drill sergeants teach the cadets to give drill commands or perform march drills. They also have physical and writing tests. The new cadets have to learn march drill movements from their seniors and be measured for their uniform clothing. As for duration, 9 months training for fresh graduates, and then 12 to 16 weeks for those who finish educational attainment. So next is the mission and vision. So first, here are the mission. Mission: to support the law and maintain peace according to authority given by a national writing law. And as for the vision, together to eternal security and safety. So that's the mission and vision of the Brunei Royal Police Force. Next is the goal function in their organization. So the goals function in the organization is to provide timely and accurate criminal intelligence, to provide criminal statistics and daily crime reports, to prepare threats assessments and intelligence reports among others on crime situation, national events, state visits by VVIPs and many more. Next is to monitor and analyze local and international current affairs which may pose a security threat to the country. And last, to issue country passes and process crime scenes films photography. So in other words, the goals function in their organization is the mandate for the RBF in keeping the law in the Sultanate of Brunei Darussalam include the prevention, detection, and investigation of crime, intelligence, traffic control, escorts duties, VIPs, cash, prisoners, seize, and border patrol, public order, riot as well public control. So that's the goal function in their organization.